Hey, it's Deep. Today I'm gonna do a review of a movie called Last Night in Soho. I watched it in the theater a few days ago, and I liked the movie. It was decent. It's about a fashion design. It's about a young girl who wants to become a fashion designer. She's living in England. Her name is Eloise, and she goes to fashion school in London, where she ends up living with an old lady. And when she falls asleep in her bed, she has visions from the 1960s of a beautiful blonde woman. This blonde woman wants to become a singer in London, and she goes to different clubs to try to get a job there. She meets this one guy, I think his name is John, and he says that he can hook her up with something. So he gets her an audition, and I think eventually she gets a singing role, and well, her singing career doesn't really take off, so she ends up doing prostitution. And so Eloise is like a psychic who is living in the present times, and she creates a dress which is similar to the lady from her visions, and she also buys a coat which is similar to hers, and all of that kind of stuff. And then she meets a guy in her school, and she is about to have sex with him one night, but she starts to see visions of the past, and she sees this lady from the 1960s getting murdered in her bed in the same room that she is sleeping in. This lady's name is Sandy, and so when she's about to have sex and she gets the visions, she kind of scares the guy off of her, and eventually the old lady that lives downstairs hears them, so she comes up and, kicks the guy out, because she's not allowed to have any meals after 8 p.m. So at the end of the movie she finds out that it is actually that old lady who has been killing the guys that she wants to sleep with. So, that are trying to sleep with her, I mean. I think it is implied that some of them actually raped her, so that's why she ends up killing them. And she ends up killing her pimp as well, that guy named John. So there's a lot of good things about this movie, such as the acting by the main character, played by Eloise, and also the acting by the lady who plays Sandy. I think her name is Anya Taylor-Joy. She does well. So overall the performances were pretty good by all the actors. The cinematography was good. The sets were good. You really feel like you are in the 1960s. The special effects are also pretty good, because they show like Eloise looking through a mirror during the flashback sequences. You see like Eloise staring at the girl through the mirror and stuff like that. at certain times it seems like Eloise is looking through her through first person POV. Um, so overall, I think a lot of the parts in the movie were good. I think the beginning is kind of slow, so it can get kind of boring until the story actually builds up. It's a slow burn. Nothing really happens until like after the second half of the movie. The violent parts are more closer to the end of the movie, where we see like Sandy stabbing the guys. That so I think it is also implied that maybe Sandy has a hatred for men, because when Eloise brings home her boyfriend, well, at the end of the movie, when Eloise goes to talk to Sandy because she wants to get out of the room, her boyfriend also comes to knock on the door because it's been past 15 minutes. She said, "You can come look for me after 15 minutes." And Sandy stabs her boyfriend. So I think Sandy probably hates men because of all the bad experiences that she's had with them. But in the end, the movie has a good, happy ending, because her boyfriend and both of them survive, and Sandy commits suicide. So, as a psychological thriller, I thought this was a good movie. And like I said, it's kind of boring at times, but you just gotta be patient for the action to come up. But, if I were to rate this movie, I'd probably give it like I'd give it around a 8 out of 10. Yeah, I think that'd be a good rating. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.